My name is Anya Gupta, and this project is titled An Adaptive Mental Health App Using Music Augmentation for Continuous Adolescent Mood Regulation. Did you realize that over 40% of high school students experience sadness or depression, and rates have risen every year for the last decade? Think what that means. Almost half of the teenagers you see around you may be impacted by this crisis. For my generation, mental health is a bigger killer than cancer and heart disease combined. That's why 2 years ago I launched the Humans Initiative, which stands for Healing Mental Health Using Music and Song, which has been supported by all the organizations you see here. Have you ever said to a teenager, "Get off your phone," or "Take out those AirPods"? We know that this really refers to a phone addiction to social media and what I call an AirPods addiction to listening to music. Both social media and music streaming are new technologies, but while the impact of social media on mental wellness is extensively researched, the impact of music streaming is not well understood, perhaps because music has been with us forever. Music used to be a collective social experience, but with the invention of the gramophone, the Walkman, the Apple iPod, EarPods, and music streaming, each of us can now select any music at any time and listen individually. According to the record industry, we spend an average of 20 hours per week listening to music, and 46% of this was through music streaming. Today, music streaming is an individual stimulus, pervasive among teenagers who are the first generation to feel its full impact. Research has already confirmed that music impacts our behavior, such as mood, and now with fMRI, we can also see how music impacts us physiologically. Using established frameworks, we conducted and published research on the relationship between music choice and music impact, which forms the basis of our proposal. The design was reviewed by researchers at the University of Chicago. Experiments were conducted at the Johns Hopkins Global Health Leaders Conference, and results were independently reviewed by researchers at the Yale School of Medicine. Our results, while consistent with various previous findings, indicated for the first time a recursive relationship between music choice and music impact. When we're feeling sad or lonely, we choose to listen to slow and soft music, which in turn can make us sadder and exacerbate that mental state, and I call this the circle of depression. In contrast, when we're happy or excited, we choose to listen to loud and fast music, like in going to a dance. This exacerbates our risk-taking appetite, where we can take more risky decisions, and I call this the circle of risk. The implications of this recursive relationship are far-reaching. When our mood cycle is near extreme states, having this external stimulus of personalized music can increase mood volatility and potentially push us into behavioral challenges. But this is different from social media, where companies like Facebook and TikTok decide what's fed to us. In music streaming, we choose the music we want to listen to at any given time. We use this critical fact about music choice to develop a process that supports our mental health, not deteriorate it. With iOS 17 and the new health apps on our phones can already deduce how we're feeling, and our phones also know the songs we're choosing to play at any given time. So when our phone detects that we're sad and choosing slow and soft music, our recommendation engine will automatically augment your music with songs from other playlists which have opposing characteristics. And this could moderate our mental state and may well be the difference that prevents us from falling into depression or making a risky behavioral choice. Music streaming could actually support our mental health and do this in the background, without you even knowing that it's working. Our product is the first continuous and adaptive teenage mood regulation and mental health intervention strategy with some unique competitive advantages. First, the biggest hurdle in tackling mental health is that it requires the person to admit that there's a problem to seek help. Our proposed process will not require this. You simply listen to music as you've been doing. Second, the augmentation we propose happens in the background, like an antivirus software, and would be continuous and adaptive. Third, most support mechanisms for teenage mental health focus on providing support to people with already existing challenges. However, our focus is on prevention. And fourth, and most importantly, we don't require teenagers to change their habits because we know that no teenager is getting rid of their phone or their AirPods or their music. From a business strategy perspective, we've confirmed the technological feasibility of this product by discussing it with a development team. We would position this product like an antivirus software, which is bought when you're okay. Our target market is not just teens, but also the parents who generally pay for the subscription. And our revenue model will have a free module which just shows listening and mood results, and a subscription module which includes augmentation. Thank you, and I hope you'll join me and support teen mental health for all of our communities.